This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The Cincinnati Bengals faced the Baltimore Colts at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore for round one of the NFL playoffs on Saturday, December 26, 1970. Led by legendary coach Paul Brown, the Bengals were in the playoffs for the first time in their history, having just formed 2 years earlier in the AFL. The Colts finished the regular season with an 11-2 record under new head coach Don McCafferty, who had replaced Don Shula after he left for Miami. This audio recording is from the national radio broadcast featuring announcers Charlie Jones and Al DeRogatis.
AFC divisional playoff game between the Cincinnati Bengals, winners of the Central Division, and the Baltimore Colts, winners of the Eastern Division, from Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. Brought to you by Winston Cigarettes. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. And by Chrysler Corporation. Your host for today, your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Here in Baltimore, the temperature 31 degrees. We will have a swirling wind between 20 and 30 miles an hour, and this means the chill factor will be about 21 or 22 degrees during the game. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Charlie Jones along with Al DeRogatis. And Al, today the National Football League starts its second season, and it's sudden death. It's sudden death here in case of a tie. We will go into a sudden death playoff. We will have a winner. And, of course, there are now 8 teams remaining on the step to the Super Bowl, Miami, January the 17th, that will be carried on NBC. And this game here, the first step towards the Super Bowl, youth against experience. Cincinnati, they average less than 3 years professional football experience per man, actually 2.8. Baltimore, their experience, just over 5 years per man. The Colts have been here before in the pressure ball game. Let's take a look. 1958, 1959, Johnny Unitas leading the Colts over the Giants. 1964, they were shut out by the Browns. 1968, they defeated the Giants but then lost to the Jets in the Super Bowl. On the other side of the coin, the young Cincinnati Bengals just wrapping up their third year, the finest record that an expansion team has had. Their coach, Paul Brown, his 36th year as a head football coach, his 20th year as a professional head coach. Don McCafferty, the head coach of Baltimore, on the other side, this is his rookie season as a head coach. Al, this shapes up to be quite a match.
It sure does. And, Charlie, when you're talking about experience, you've got to talk about number 19, John Unitas. John, over the last 15 years, has just been everybody's quarterback, a superstar, tremendous experience, a great passer, a great field general, and he's got it all. And there you see John with that famous arch. But when you think about the experience, how about that 15-year man who last week came in against the Jets, Earl Morrow? Earl, 15 years out of Michigan State. He's been around this league, and what a quarterback he is. And Don McCafferty has just great faith in him. The most valuable player just 2 short years ago. So the experience there, 30 years, going against the inexperience of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, talking about that inexperience, how about Virgil Carter, number 11? How to bring him young. Virgil Carter, the Buffalo Bills. There's Virgil. The Buffalo Bills really couldn't use him. The Chicago Bears couldn't use him. And 7 games ago, he started winning, and he won 7 big ones in a row. He's not the passer that some might like deep, but he's a great field leader. Paul Brown calls the plays, and this man executes. So Virgil is a big factor, obviously. And behind Virgil, we've got Sam White, number 14. And Sam, last week, also comes in against the Boston Patriots and leads this team to an overwhelming victory. So 2 outstanding quarterbacks, 2 with tremendous experience, 2 with some relative inexperience, Charlie, but nonetheless, this has got to be a whale of a football game.
And when you talk about the old master, Paul Brown, it's difficult not to recall that there are 7 head coaches in the National Football League that either played for Paul or an assistant coach under him. And the head coach of Baltimore played for him at Ohio State, and before the ball game, Al had a chance to visit with the head coach of Baltimore.
Don McCafferty, in his 22nd year of coaching, his 12th year with the Baltimore Colts. In your first playoff game, you're going against your old coach. How does that feel, Don?
Well, it's a big thrill for me, but we're not playing the coach, we're playing the Bengals, and the players have to play out there. I'm not going against Brown. I can probably take him bigger than he is.
Don, your 2 quarterbacks we saw last week, John Unitas go out. We saw Earl Morrow come in. What should we expect today?
Well, John will start. The reason we put Earl in there last week, we wanted to give him some work, and we only planned on going with John for a quarter, and that's all he played. And Earl did a fantastic job the last 3 quarters. I think we're gifted with two of the finest quarterbacks in pro football, and it doesn't make a difference who's in there.
How do you see the Cincinnati Bengals team?
Well, they impress us as having probably the greatest overall team speed of any team we've met, both in offense and defense. They don't have any what you call established NFL stars, but they're young kids. They're eager to hit, and we're expecting a good game today.
Right. John, one last question. The wind, the only element today that could be a factor. How do you see it?
Well, we've had a windy day here when we played the Eagles. It was a little worse than this, and it affects the long passing game as far as I can see. Probably have to think short going into the wind, think long when the winds get back.
Right. Don McCaffrey, the coach of the Baltimore Colts. Have a good day, Coach.
Thank you, Al.
And of course, the man that we have mentioned before, the head coach of Cincinnati, taking an expansion team and in 3 years to the playoffs, the possibility of reaching the Super Bowl. As we said, there is no tomorrow for the loser. The winner will play in the AFC Championship game on NBC a week from tomorrow. Before the ball game, Al also had an opportunity to visit with the head coach of Cincinnati.
Coach Paul Brown, as long as I've known Coach Brown, that's for many years. I played on the 2 first Pro Bowl teams that you coached, and frankly, it was just a great experience for me. But more importantly, Coach, you're in playing the Baltimore Colts with a 3-year team. That's got to make you feel pretty good.
Real great, really. We went beyond our expectations, and the unusual thing was that we lost 6 in a row and then won 7 in a row, and I could never have foreseen it. We're happy to be here, flattered, and that doesn't mean that we aren't going to go after them, however.
You've said some nice things about your quarterbacks over the years. Your feeling about the quarterback in his role?
Well, Virgil Carter will be our quarterback, and he's a very poised young man. He's been through this mill a little bit. He was with the Bears and Buffalo for a while, and we think he's an unusual young man. I think that maybe he's been touched up a little bit around the ribs and might have a little bit of a disadvantage, but he'll go all the way as far as he can go. There's no tomorrow after this football game, and we're taking it on that basis.
How about the Baltimore Colts?
Well, they're experienced. I've known a lot of those people, starting with the coach who used to play for me, Al, and so is John Sandusky, their offensive line coach. They're solid, high-grade people, and I know this. They'll have them ready to go, which they should. This is getting to the point now where we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of it, and we're coming out with the idea of just fire and fall back and seeing if we can have a little fun with doing our best, and I'm going to be interested in how we react under the pressures of it, but we really can't lose too much because we're going to at least get the experience of being under pressure.
Right. Paul Brown, one of the great ones of all time.
The Cincinnati Bengals, the Baltimore Colts are ready for the opening kickoff. We'll be right back for the start of today's National Football League AFC playoff game.
We ask you to stand and join the Colts band and the international recording star, Demita Joe, in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, who for stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the
Here are the officials for today's game. Jack Best is the referee. Frank Sinkovitz is the umpire. Walt Peters the head linesman. Aaron Wade is the line judge. Adrian Burke the back judge. And Bob Bauer is the field judge. Baltimore will be kicking off Jim O'Brien and the deep man on the return will be Paul Robinson and Lamar Parrish as you take a look at the offensive set, and we will give you a complete rundown on that just following the kickoff. O'Brien has had 82% of his kickoffs returned, only 18 not returned this year. To the far side, it is out of bounds. That's an automatic 5 yards. He will be kicking again from the 35-yard line. So here's a look now at the offensive set for Cincinnati. Virgil Carter at quarterback. Paul Robinson and Jess Phillips, the running backs. Chip Myers and Eric Crabtree listed as the wide receivers. We will also see Speedy Thomas there. Bob Trumpy is the tight end. Ernie Wright and Howard Fest are the starting tackles, and we will see Mike Wilson there on the right side. Rufus Mays at left guard. Pat Matson and Guy Dennis, the messenger service on the right side, and Bob Johnson will be the starting offensive center. Now we're set to kick off again from the 35-yard line. Robinson at the 2-yard line. 6 in kickoff returns in the AFC. And he returns to the 25 or the 26-yard line. Jack Maitland was there. Bob Grant was also there, and Robbie Nichols was there on defense. Mark the ball. Cincinnati, their own 26, first down, 10 yards to go. The defensive front four for Baltimore will be Bubba Smith, Billy Ray Smith, Fred Miller, and Roy Hilton. Speedy Thomas goes wide to the far side as a flanker. Double wing on the left side, one remaining back. Jess Phillips has a yard, and that's where he is hit first down. His second effort, he picks up a couple more, and Roy Hilton makes the tackle. Mark it at the 30. It'll be second down and 6. Ray May, Mike Curtis, Ted Hendricks, the linebackers, Charlie Stooks, and Jim Duncan on the defensive corners, Jerry Logan and Rick Vogt at defensive safeties for Baltimore. Second down and 6. Myers, wide to the near side. As the split in, strong to the right side, the backs are split, second and 6. Carter on the draw. Jess Phillips has a couple of yards where Ray May, the left linebacker, stops him.
We've seen now two different offensive formations for the Cincinnati Bengals. Coach Brown is obviously looking at what the Baltimore Colts will do. The Colts have shown a 4-3, and on the second situation, a 4-3, but the two linebackers, Ray May and Mike Curtis, were playing a bit more toward the middle.
Cincinnati strong to the right side. Both ends are tight. And Ball Robinson cheats towards the left wing. Third down and 4. A sweep to the near side. Jess Phillips is hit at the 33, goes forward to the 35, and will be a little shy of the first down by just about the length of the football. So it will be fourth down, and Cincinnati will be kicking. And Dave Lewis, number 1 in the conference, a 46.2-yard average, will be punting. Von Gardine, second in punt return, is the deep back.
And Charlie, here's that the time of the football game, especially on this kind of a day, the punting game for both teams. Both excellent punters, could be a huge factor.
And you saw number 20, Jerry Logan. He is the up back on the return. Into the swirling wind. 32-yard line. Gardine has about a 3-yard return to the 35. John Guillory was the first man to get to it. Baltimore's ball, their own 35-yard line, their first time on offense, and this is their set. John Unitas at quarterback. Norm Bulash, Tom Nowatzki, the running back. Roy Jefferson and Eddie Hinton, the wide receivers. John Mackey is the tight end. Strong to the right side. Jefferson the flanker. The backs are closed to the weak side. First down. The ball carrier is Tom Nowatzki, and he is hit by Roy Sperry, a defensive left end.
It was interesting on that first down, the defensive secondary was really rolling to the strong side, leaving Ken Riley, number 13, man-to-man on number 33, Ed Hinton. We might look for John to work to hit.
The interior offensive line for Baltimore, Bob Vogel, Glenn Ressler, Bill Curry, John Williams, and Dan Sullivan from left tackle to right tackle. Full house. And moving off on the right wing is Nowatzki. Mike Reed may have been in the neutral zone. The pass to Jefferson left flat. Upended at the 41-yard line. There was a marker on the play. Fletcher Smith made the tackle. Defensively, Royce Berry, Mike Reed, Steve Chamazak, and Ron Carpenter, with Al Beauchamp, Bill Berge, and Ken Avery, the linebackers. Lamar Parrish, Ken Riley on the corners, Fletcher Smith and Kenny Dyer at defensive safeties. It was 2nd down and 9. The 5-yard penalty accepted. The ball goes to the 41. Offside. It'll be 2nd down now and 4. No score in the ball game. 10 minutes, 59 seconds remaining in the first period. Baltimore has the wind, although it does swirl at the opposite end, but it is to their back in the first period. Strong to the right side, the back closed to the weak side. A sweep near side. The rookie from TCU, Norm Bullock, has the first down, the first down of the ball game, 48-yard line. Kenny Dyer made the tackle.
And there you saw the power of the Baltimore team. The right guard, Wrestler, Vogel, both pulling. You see them both taking off. Bullock waits for the break and cuts behind him. Good move.
First defensive contact was by Ken Avery, the right linebacker. Eddie Hinton was wide to the far side. Jefferson is in the backfield, and moving to the right wing is Nowatzki. The pitch is to Roy Jefferson. Into Cincinnati territory, a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7, and Royce Berry, the defensive left end. And Bill Berge, the middle linebacker, was also there. Let's call it the 48-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Eddie Hinton, the number 2 receiver, are tied for 2nd in receiving in the AFC, goes wide to the far side. Jefferson is split to the near side. Strong left. Bullock cuts against the grain and has a first down, 39-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play. Kenny Dyer and Lamar Parrish making the tackle.
And there again, you saw the onside guard, John Williams, number 75, pulling. John actually didn't make the block, rather. Ken Avery was playing it a bit wide, trying to force it back, and the runner made a good cut to the inside.
Strong to the right side, and the backs are split. First down, 39-yard line. Bingo territory. The Colts control. No score. The give again is to Bullock. He has 3 to the 36. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Interesting strategy, Charlie. Neither team has put that football up in the air, both coming out with essentially the same thing. I think the big quarter and the thing they want to win is this quarter. This is a very significant one, especially for an inexperienced team.
Mike Reed and Fletcher Smith making the last tackle, 2nd down and 7. Bullock, the rookie from TCU, was born on Christmas Day. His birthday was yesterday. He was 24. In college, he was known as being injury-prone. Strong to the left side, with the backs closed to the weak side. Nowatzki, the lead blocker, and Bullock again gets the call. As a yard to the 35, it'll be 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Mike Reed was there. The number 1 draft choice, the rookie from Penn State for Cincinnati, number 74. The front 4 of Cincinnati with Royce Berry, Mike Reed, Steve Chamazak, and Ron Carpenter. Exceptional quickness now, particularly for that young a defensive line. 2 rookies, Royce Berry in his 2nd year and Chamazak in his 4th year. 3rd down, 6. Unitas fake, gives on a reverse. Chamazak chasing Bullock. And then Mike Reed was there. Chamazak was chasing him, and Mike Reed cut him off. Jim O'Brien coming in, a field goal attempt coming up. A loss of 7 on the play.
This is a tough way to kick that field goal. The wind is coming from Jim O'Brien's left, so he's going to have to play it a bit to his left to hit that crossbar.
This will be his longest of the season. He's kicking from the 50, as long as 48. He has the wind. He has hit 50%, 56% of his field goals this year. Low, and it is blocked. Cincinnati stopping Baltimore, and they will take over. Chamazak and Carpenter were both there. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore with the score: Cincinnati nothing, Baltimore nothing. Cincinnati's ball, first down their own 41-yard line. Chip Myers wide to the near side. Speedy Thomas to the right side. And Paul Robinson is the ball carrier. He is led by Jeff Phillips, and he goes outside the 45. Billy Ray Smith, number 74, a defensive left tackle, made the stop. He's in his 12th year and may wrap up the season for Billy Ray at 6'4", 250 pounds. He's playing with a broken hand and also a torn arm muscle. And he has suffered those injuries about 5 or 6 games ago and has stayed with them. Let's call it the 47. It'll be second down. Not quite 5 yards to go. Virgil Carter, the quarterback. He gets to Jeff Phillips. The hole on the left side is closed by Jim Duncan and Rick Vogt. 3 yards to the 50. Third down, just over a yard to go for the first down. Virgil Carter, the quarterback. Here's a look at Phillips. He has scored 5 touchdowns this year, 9th in rushing, has a 4-yard average. Virgil Carter, the quarterback for Cincinnati, is wearing a boxer's mouth guard. In the Houston game 2 weeks ago, he had his lip cut and his tongue cut. He's wearing a boxer's mouthpiece on his lower lip, or his lower cheek. Johnson comes in double tight in on the set. Robinson backs out. He will not pick up the first down. The defense led by Ted Hendricks, the weak side linebacker, and Fred Miller. Let's see where they mark the progress of the ball, Al.
And Ted Hendricks, as you called it, was really jamming. He was right at the line. They were looking for that inside run, and he did what you were supposed to do. He moves across, and he closes the hole. Ted Hendricks, number 83. You see him move across. Now he moves in on the trap. See it?
Dave Lewis will be kicking. Ron Gardine is the deep back. Jerry Logan, the up back on the return. Gardine has the longest in the conference this year, 80 yards for a touchdown. End over end, takes it at the 19-yard line. Returns to the 26. John Guillory was there, number 28, to make the tackle. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore with the score. Cincinnati nothing, Baltimore nothing. 4.5 minutes remaining first period, no score in the ball game. A pass has not been attempted. Baltimore's ball, first down their own 26. In motion to the far side is Norm Bullock. Now he stops. 4 men out on the pattern. Going deep to the tight end, Mackey, and he's overthrown. John Mackey, the intended receiver. And the pass is incomplete. This telecast, presented by the authority of the Baltimore Colts Football Club, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Baltimore Colts Football Club and the National Football League is prohibited.
You know, Charlie, when you watch a Paul Brown called game and a John Unitas called game, you always look for the unexpected. A man that's been a big factor for the Cincinnati Bengals has been Fletcher Smith, number 31. That time, Mackey, an unexpected play. They tried to beat the guy covering the strong end, almost did.
Eddie Hinton goes wide to the far side. The Colts split their backs, and they are strong to the left side. Roy Jefferson is also on the left side. Running weak is Bullock. Is hit at the 31 by Lamar Parrish. Comes down about the 33-yard line. It'll be third down and still 3 yards to go for the first down. Mark it third down and 2 as they mark the ball at the 34-yard line. Don Mitchell comes in. Hinton comes out. We'll have double tight end for Baltimore.
John can keep it on the ground, Charlie. He can make it with the run, but he may again. They just put Tom Mitchell in with the play, number 84. 2 tight ends in the football game.
Roy Jefferson in motion to the far side. And coming back against the motion is Bullock for the first down. The rookie from TCU with an injury history in collegiate football. Picking up the first down, Bill Berge made the tackle. Here's a look at North. 6'1", 218 pounds, and a number 1 draft choice. Eddie Hinton back in. He goes wide to the far side. Over on the left wing goes Bullock. And Nowatzki is the remaining back. First and 10. Quick pass, tight end. Mackey's cut down by the strong safety Fletcher Smith. But not before he picks up 8 yards on the play. The ball at the 46-yard line. Second down and 2. 2:52 remaining first period.
John took advantage of what he thought was going to be a blitz, and you saw Al Beauchamp, number 58, going in, and he hit his tight end quickly. Good call.
Second down and 2. Baltimore controls at their own 46. We have no score in the ball game, and the winner here moves to the AFC Championship game, to be played a week from tomorrow and seen on NBC. The back close to the weak side. The fake is to Nowatzki. Kulak with an excellent second effort after being stopped at the 50-yard line. Adds 5 more yards to the 45 where Kenny Dyer brings him down, and he has another first down. And how we talked about youth against experience, but it has been the youth, the rookie running back of Baltimore, that has been the big gun for the Colts here in the first period. The backs are split strong to the right side with Jefferson the flanker. Going to Eddie Hinton, the pass is too tall, almost intercepted by Ken Riley. It'll be second down and 10, so again, Unitas throws on first down.
Right, and it was a good call. He's trying to capitalize on that man-to-man that Ken Riley is in, and I'm sure he's going to be watching for the move of number 27, Ken Dyer. Ken is playing in the hole, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see John come back with that same pass.
In the last 7 games that Cincinnati won, they had 14 takeovers. They recovered 3 fumbles, picked off 11 opponent passes. Second and 10. United give. Nowatzki, as Al Beauchamp wraps him up. Tom Nowatzki, in his 6th year, who came to Baltimore as a linebacker on their taxi squad from Detroit, and is now the starting fullback.
They're going into, Charlie, a 3-man front. They're putting in a 4th linebacker. Ron Carpenter, number 70, went out.
Nick Roman is in, and Bill Peterson is in. Chamazak and Carpenter come out. Third down. Double wing on the left side. United. Going to Jefferson. Has it. And he scores. Touchdown Baltimore. 45-yard touchdown pass. United to Roy Jefferson.
Roy Jefferson going down. Lamar Parrish almost making a great play. Watch Lamar go up with that left hand. Misses it. Perfect pass. You just don't throw them any better than that. Roy Jefferson. This is perfect execution. 3 people around him. There it is.
74 yards on the drive in 7 plays. John Unitas who engineered it. Morrill to hold. O'Brien with the point after. 59 seconds remaining first period. It is good. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score, Baltimore 7, Cincinnati nothing. Paul Robinson, number 18, 6th in kickoff returns, and Lamar Parrish, number 22nd in kickoff returns in the conference. And again, the swirling wind blows the football off of the tee. And now in the drive, Baltimore had the wind to their back, but at the opposite end of the field, it does start to swirl at the close end. Ray May, number 56, now will hold the ball on the tee. Robinson over his head out of the end zone. So Cincinnati will take over on their own 20-yard line, first down. Tomorrow on NBC, Miami against Oakland, starting at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Oakland winners in the Western Division of the AFC, and Miami with the best second-place record. And a strong finish in the regular season, just as Cincinnati had. First down, Bengals. Baltimore leads 7-0. The backs are split. Number 15, Dave Lewis, is now the quarterback. And he has dropped for a loss of 2. The rookie from Stanford who handles the kicking chores and played in Montreal with the Alouettes for a year.
It's interesting to watch the way that Charlie Stoops plays that left cornerback. He lines up facing the man. He's almost got his back to that offense. It looks like number 47 is not too concerned about a deep pass pattern.
Virgil Carter back in at quarterback. Second down, just over 11 yards to go. Robinson and Phillips are running back, and Jeff Phillips gets the call. To the 21. It'll be third down and 9. Fred Miller at defensive right tackle, and Mike Curtis, the middle linebacker, stop him as the gun sounds. The end of the first quarter. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore with the score. Baltimore 7, Cincinnati nothing. 2 million people in Pakistan are faced with starvation, exposure, disease. The Pakistan flood was the worst natural disaster this century. It would be a greater disaster if we don't care. Send whatever amount you can to Save the Survivors, Pakistan Relief Fund, Box 1670, Washington, D.C. The zip code is 20013. Third down and 9. Cincinnati is 0 for 2 in third down situation. They have yet to throw the football. Carter, rushed by Hendricks, fires. It is complete to Chip Myers, has the first down, 35-yard line. 14 yards on the pass. From Virgil Carter to Chip Myers. Rick Vogt makes the tackle. And that is the first down in the ballgame for Cincinnati. In the first period, Baltimore had offensive possession for 15 plays, Cincinnati for 10. Cincinnati now with the wind to their back, but they do face the sun. Speedy Thomas, the flanker to the right side, and Myers splits left, and the backs are split. Ball Robinson on a sweep, trying to get outside of Hendricks, looks like Curtis, the middle linebacker, with that great lateral move.
And he does have great lateral movement. He was a fullback at Duke, and he shows his speed here. He just simply outruns the man. No one gets to him, and that's the way they play defense. Stiff arm didn't work. Charlie, Bob Trumpy has been kind of innocuous so far. He hasn't done much, but I noticed the linebacker is letting him go. Rick Vogt can well have his hands very full on number 84, Bob Trumpy.
Second down, 4D. The ball at the 31-yard line. The slot is shown on the left side for the first time in the ballgame. Carter throwing his hit and almost intercepted by Curtis. Chip Myers, the intended receiver. It will be third down and 14.
Paul Brown hasn't used the screen much this year. I noticed many teams have gone away from the screen. It's tough to go with it with an experienced team, but the way that rush is coming, it looks like to the top of the screen can work.
Third down, 14. Chip Myers goes wide to the far side. Speedy Thomas flips to the near side. Trumpy is open about a step on the left side. Carter dropping deep, looking for the screen that Al was talking about. And Virgil, a good runner, now throws deep. It is incomplete. And Al, a perfect pitch.
And it was a perfect play by Ray May, number 56. That screen didn't fool him. There was just not a good enough fake at the line of scrimmage, and Ray just went right out with it. And Virgil, by the way, very wisely pulled it in.
Dave Lewis is in the punt. The deep back is Ron Gardine, number 30, and Jerry Logan is the up back. Gardine is a rookie, but he's 26 years of age. Between high school and college, he was in the service for 3 years. Gardine picked it up at the 26, and he's wrapped up at the 28 of the 29-yard line. Bill Peterson was the first man there. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score, Baltimore 7, Cincinnati 0. Baltimore's ball first down their own 28-yard line. They lead 7-0. 13:50 left first down. Nowatzki, the ball carrier, and he has a couple of yards on the play. Royce Berry, a defensive left end. Bill Berge, the middle linebacker, was also there. Now, defensively for Cincinnati, this is a big series. The last time Baltimore had the ball, they drove for the score.
Right, Charlie. It could well be the most important series in this early game. It's virtually a necessity that they stop him here. Momentum with an experienced team is a big factor.
Eddie Hinton for Baltimore wide to the near side. A full house on the tee. Double wing on the right side. Unitas gives to Roy Jefferson. And he fights his way for about 6 yards before Steve Chamazak, along with Ken Dyer, can bring him down. And Baltimore using their flanker, Roy Jefferson, who is tied for 6th in receiving, and scored the first touchdown, the only touchdown of the ballgame, as a running back. Now with a double tight end as Mitchell comes in, and Hinton comes out, it'll be third down and a yard. Again, a double tight end with a full out set. Jefferson comes in motion to the near side. Bullock cuts back, has the first down. And in the short yardage situations, when the Colts need the first down, they go to their rookie running back, Norm Bullock.
And those running backs are following their interference extremely well. Glenn Ressler, 62, pulled to his right, looked downfield to pick color, saw Lamar Parrish, and popped him to the outside.
The ball at the Baltimore 42-yard line. The back close to the weak side, a reverse to Hinton, the wide receiver, and he will lose about 6 yards on the play. Al Beauchamp was there, and Ken Avery was also there. The officials spot the ball at the 36. It will be second down and 16.
And now it becomes so obvious, that passing situation, that John Unitas will probably come with a draw, but number 66, Bill Berge, will probably be looking for it.
The men that he has thrown to thus far, the tight end John Mackey and Roy Jefferson, number 87, the flanker, who is on the right side. As Hinton slips wide to the near side, and is picked up by Ken Riley. The give instead is to Bula. Delaying on his run, waiting for his blockers to form interference. And he has 7 or 8 yards on the play. Ken Avery, number 51, and Bill Berge, the middle linebacker, also there. Marks the ball at the 43-yard line. It'll be third down and 9.
Third down and 9. From the Colts 43.
Baltimore leading 7-0. A Unitas to Jefferson pass covering 45 yards in the first period. Hinton slips to the near side. The Colts throwing right with a back split. Third and 9 United. Back to throw. Over the middle, Hinton, and he has it at the 40-yard line. Ken Riley was with him, but the pass was perfect to Eddie Hinton. Ken Dyer then made the tackle. The ball at the 36-yard line of Cincinnati.
Tell you what, and you watch Eddie Hinton now, he waits, he clears Ken Avery, 51, and then United releases him. He's right in front of one man. He gets behind Avery. Perfect pass.
21 yards on the play, and it was a third and 9 situation. Baltimore has converted 4 of 5 third down situations thus far in the ballgame, and it's first down. A delay screen to Hinton on the near side. To the 23, and another first down.
And what a beautiful call. Now, that's the tendency of the Baltimore Colts and John Unitas is to come with the screen in this situation. Vogel, Glenn Ressler, both out in front of the play. Both make fine blocks. Good screen.
The officials spot the ball at the 24-yard line. Chamazak, number 79, defensive right tackle, is the man who brought him down. First down, Cincinnati's 24. Baltimore started to move from their own 28-yard line. And jumping with number 71, the right tackle, Dan Sullivan. And the penalty against Baltimore puts the ball at the 29-yard line.
Looked like John Unitas was coming with a trap. Dan Sullivan was shooting through to get to Bill Berge. That would have left it for Royce Berry, number 82. So let's see if John comes back. Trap play to the right.
And Al, I believe that is only the second flag that we have seen thus far in the ballgame. 8:44 remaining first half. Baltimore leads 7-0. First and 15. United sets up deep, being right. Now he throws it wobbly and softly. Hinton had it. He was nailed immediately by Ken Riley. Monday night, William F. Buckley Jr. makes a special guest appearance on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Monday night at 8, 7 Central Time here at NBC. It'll be second down and 15. 29-yard line of Cincinnati. Roy Jefferson going to the far side. The tight end Mackey is on the right side, and Hinton is open left. Second and 15. The reverse to Jefferson. United trying to throw a block on number 70, Ron Carpenter. Carpenter went over and made the tackle.
Well, you can be sure the Cincinnati Bengals are ready for the reverse because the right end on that play, Carpenter, on the last series, when they tried it, Royce Berry was looking for the same thing. They're waiting for that man to leave. And Paul Brown must have him, Charlie, under strict orders. If that man leaves, you stay. Here it comes, and you'll see Carpenter stay, makes a fine play. I guess John isn't too good a blocker.
A loss of 7. It'll be third and 22. Nick Roman, the rookie from Ohio State, comes in on defense. and Ron Carpenter comes out. Third down, 22. Three men on the pattern. And Unitas overthrows everybody. Jefferson, the intended receiver, and Bill Berge, who had dropped back in the coverage, was wondering if not offensive pass interference. It will be fourth down and 22 as Morrow comes in to hold and O'Brien in with a field goal attempt. He is 0 for 1 in the ballgame. From the 50-yard line, it was blocked. This would be a 44-yard attempt into the wind. It is good. It clears the bar with just a couple of feet to spare. 44-yard field goal. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score now, Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. Jim O'Brien will be kicking off for Baltimore. On the right, number 18 is Paul Robinson. On the left, number 20, Lamar Parrish. The Colts lead at 10-0 with 7:37 remaining second period. It is low and picked out by Ron Lamb. The captain of the specialty teams returns the ball to the 40-yard line. Ron Gardine made the tackle. Call it the 39-yard line of Cincinnati, first down. Johnson is now in as a running back, and he's the ball carrier, the speed burner at 5'9", 195 pounds. Has 4 yards to the 43. It'll be second down and 6.
It's interesting to watch the way Ted Hendricks, 83, who is flopping to be on the strong side, is playing against Bob Trumpy, 84. Occasionally he'll line up head on him. Sometimes he's giving him that inside move. The last play he did, Trumpy could be a prime factor.
A look at the weak side linebacker, Ted Hendricks. One remaining back, double wing on the left side. Speedy Thomas is the flanker right. Fake to Jess Phillips. The pass to Essex is incomplete. It'll be third down and 6. And now the last drive leading to the field goal by Jim O'Brien consumed 6 minutes. And you will notice also that Pat Matson, number 73, and Guy Dennis, number 63, continue to alternate at right guard. Is a messenger service from head coach Paul Brown. Speedy Thomas comes wide to the right side, as does the tight end Bob Trumpy. Rolling right is Virgil Carter. The pass is complete. First down. Speedy Thomas. Carter's second completion in the ballgame, as the pass has been used very sparingly. A look at Bill Johnson, the assistant coach, one of the assistant coaches, and Paul Brown. On the far sideline as the ball is spotted at the 48-yard line of Baltimore. First and 10. That is the first third down situation that Cincinnati has converted into a first down. Second, it is the second. Essex Johnson wrapped up as Bubba Smith got there first. Ray May was also there, and Billy Ray Smith was there. The NFL postseason game coverage on NBC continues, of course, with the AFC Championship game on January the 3rd, and then the Super Bowl on January the 17th in Miami. And this ball game, opening up the action of the weekend, is the next step to the Super Bowl. Second down and 13. Carter rolling left, and he can throw rolling left, and also can run to the 42-yard line of Baltimore. Virgil picked up more than 100 yards rushing in one ball game. Mike Curtis made the tackle.
And the way that defensive unit is working, we'll probably see more of it. His ribs are bothering him, as Coach Brown said before the game. But nonetheless, the defensive coverage, Charlie, has been near perfect.
Third down and 4, Cincinnati. has converted 2 of 5 third down situations thus far. Chip Myers to the far side. Speedy Thomas moves in as a tight end on the right side. 3rd and 4. The fake to Jeff Phillips. Carter throws over the wrong shoulder. That's Johnson. Johnson looking back on the right side. The pass came on the left. Coming in is number 14, Sam Weitz to hold, and Horace Moorman with a field goal attempt coming up. An outstanding year. 70% of his field goals, 25 of 36, and as long as 53 yards. This will be a 50-yard attempt. With the win. And it is blocked. Ray May makes the block. And it has been the defense of Baltimore that has dominated the ballgame. Now with 4:46 remaining, another look.
And here it is, the second one to be blocked today. You see Curtis going, there's May, both going right after the foot. Big play.
This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score, Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. Ball their own 46-yard line, first down. 4:46 remaining in the first down. John Nowinski off the right side has 3 to the 49. It'll be 2nd and 7, and Al Beauchamp, the left linebacker, made the tackle. We pause briefly for station identification. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Now as Denton comes wide to the near side, and Jefferson is the split right in. The backs would close to the weak side. On a sweep near side is Norm Ulan. The key block by number 75, John Williams, the lead guard. Mike Reed made the tackle, a first down for the Colts.
John Unitas has put that big play that almost worked to John Mackey back into his bag of tricks. Number 88, you'll recall earlier, had beaten Fletcher Smith deep, so we might see John try to come back with that one.
Jefferson goes to the far side. In the man coverage on defense of Cincinnati, Lamar Parrish moves out with it. First down. United to Mackey. Tried to lay it over his shoulder, and the pass is incomplete. Fletcher Smith was over there to bump John. It'll be 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 41. There's a look at Fletcher. 5-year veteran, 5'11", 183 pounds. 3 interceptions during the regular season. Playing at strong safety, normally a cornerback. Unitas now has completed 4 of 9 passes, 86 yards through the air. The key one, 45 yards to Roy Jefferson for the touchdown. That coupled with a 44-yard field goal by O'Brien has been the score. 2nd and 10, Baltimore leading 10-0. Nowinski to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6, and Bill Berge tripped him up. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Bill Curry made a fine block, number 50 in the middle. So did John Williams, number 75.
Third down situation. Baltimore has converted 4 of 6 third downs thus far. And again, with a flag drop, Kulak picks up the yardage for the first down, as he has time and time again. But a flag was dropped on the play.
And that offensive line is just doing a super job. Again, Ressler and Vogel both pulling, and there's a penalty. Both pulling, and Bulash showing good speed, and it's a big penalty. Takes off behind him.
First major penalty of the ballgame, takes the ball to the 50-yard line. Offensive holding is the call against Baltimore. 3rd down and 19. Ken Dyer brings himself out of the ballgame, and Alvin Coleman comes in on defense. Ken Dyer, number 27. Nick Roman is in at defensive end, replacing Ron Carpenter. 3rd and 19. Jefferson to the right side, hitting left in the back split. The wide receivers, along with Mackey, are out. They also is a lineman, as Bulash carries. And to lose a yard on the play. Nick Roman with the initial contact. David Lee is in the punt. Fourth in the conference this season with a 44.7-yard average. Lamar Berry's the deep back with Speedy Thomas the up back.
David Lee said he likes to kick them low in the wind, but that's the time to return.
High and wobbly fair catch is taken by Speedy Thomas at the 20-yard line. 1 minute 59 seconds remaining in the first half as Cincinnati moves on offense. The 2-minute warning to both benches. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score, Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. Bengals ball first down, their own 20. Carter faking to Jeff Phillips in the draw. And dropped at the 15-yard line, a loss of 5. It'll be 2nd and 15. Roy Hilton was the first man there. Billy Ray Smith, number 74. Here's a look.
The Rabbit, probably in his last year, showing good pursuit, keeping that offensive guard up, using his hands well. Good play.
The defense of Baltimore. Thus far, Cincinnati's offense, 23 yards passing, 25 yards rushing. They've lost 5 attempting to throw. They have been held to 43 net yards on offense in the first half. Carter rolling right in trouble and foul. Bubba Smith. The ball at the 6-yard line, a loss of 9. It'll be 3rd and 24. And Bubba, who lost some 25 pounds this year, makes the tackle.
And between the offensive line of the Baltimore Colts and their defensive line, it's difficult to give either more credit than the other, but they've both been superb. Bubba really moves. If his ankle is hurt, it sure isn't bothering him today.
Billy Ray Smith comes out on defense. Bob Grant comes in. A 3-man rush now with Bubba, Billy Ray, and second with Bubba, Fred Miller, and Roy Hilton, and 4 linebackers as Bob Grant is in. 3rd and 24. Jess Phillips on the draw. And he is hit by Ray May. To the 8-yard line, a gain of a couple. It'll be 4th down and still 22 as Dave Lewis comes in to punt. And there is Ray May. Baltimore stops the clock with a timeout now with 30 seconds remaining in the first half. On January the 1st, on NBC, the Rose Bowl, Stanford against Ohio State, and that game will start at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, and that should be an outstanding one. Jim Plunkett, the Heisman Trophy winner for Stanford, followed by the Orange Bowl, Nebraska against LSU, and that's on NBC. Ron Gardine, the deep back on the reserve. And the ball is down by Bruce Gossett at the 49-yard line. So the Colts take over on their own 49. Now with 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Paul Brown, the head coach of Cincinnati, in his 36th year on the far side. John McCaffrey, the head coach of Baltimore, in his first year. United scrambling and is inside. Steve Chamazak, number 79, bringing him down. The ball at the 50, so he picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9, and the Colts stop the clock. Now with 8 seconds remaining in the half.
John does have the choice of trying, obviously, to go for all the marbles, but with 8 seconds, the logic would seem, get yourself in the field goal kicking position, and all you have to do is hit someone over the middle. The linebackers will be looking for it. That deep secondary you know is going to be playing to take away the deep pass.
Roy Jefferson goes to the right side. Eddie Hinton left side. 2nd and 9. 8 seconds remaining. First half. On the draw, Chamazak wraps up the play right at the 50-yard line or the line of scrimmage. And time runs out in the first half. That is the end of the first half. With the score, Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. Stay with us for halftime activities and second half action from Baltimore. It is short, has been touched by a Colt. And then recovered Tom Nowitzki, one of the upbacks, had touched the football. And, of course, that doesn't make any difference. The ball is live once it goes to 10 yards. But no return on it for Baltimore. It's gone at the 17-yard line as John Unitas, the quarterback for Baltimore. The backs close to the weak side, and Nowitzki is the running back. Has a couple of yards, Royce Berry and Mike Reed. Mark the ball at the 20-yard line. It'll be second down and 7 now.
By the way, Charlie, these two cornerbacks are both having fine years. Ken Riley, number 13, has made a big difference on the right side for the Bengals, and Lamar Parrish having just an outstanding year, number 20 on the left side.
Eddie Hinton comes wide to the near side. Jefferson, the wide receiver on the far side, and the backs are close to the weak side again. Leading the way is John Williams. Bullock down the sideline with key blocks along the way. The last one by Glenn Ressler. Ken Riley finally bumped him out of bounds. Here's another look.
Ken Avery and Ron Carpenter played this near perfect. You'll see they're playing their men off. They force it back. And now just that brief hesitation is what breaks them loose. He almost goes all the way with this one.
There was the last block by Ressler. A gain of 13 on the play and a first down. The backs are split. Jefferson wide to the right side. Mackey is an open right in. He's out a couple of yards. Bullock has 3 to the 36. It'll be second down and 7. And Baltimore continues to run inside.
You know, looking at Mike Reed, number 74, the defensive tackle, the rookie from Penn State, having a great year. It doesn't appear as if he gets much acceleration, from that stance, but he's able to step up, and he's strong enough to hold off that guard. Number 74, Mike Reed.
They mark it at the 37, so it's second down and 6 yards to go. Strong to the right side. The backs close to the near side. A double fake. Unitas then wraps up. Jamazak was there. Coming in from the defensive right side. Royce Berry coming in from the defensive left side. Third down and 14.
Looking at John Unitas, he's been intercepted quite a few times this year. I think it was 18, Charlie. And Virgil Carter has only been intercepted 9. John, to negotiate this one, this is the kind of situation where you figure past the interception, obviously, always a possibility. They'll be looking for those down-and-out moves.
The defensive change on third and long. Nick Roman comes in, and right in, Ron Carpenter comes out. Bullock 70 yards rushing, the leading rusher in the ballgame. Unitas a draw. Watsky is tripped up. Mike Reed, who Al was just talking about, with that quick penetration, got the right arm out and brought him down. There's Mike, the rookie from Penn State, a number 1 draft choice. Lamar Parrish anticipating the punt of David Lee. Speedy Thomas is the upback, kicking into the wind. The strong rush on. Fair catch is called for by Speedy Thomas. Mac McClure had the rush for Cincinnati as they take over on their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10. First time on offense in the second half. On January the 2nd, NBC will feature the Gator Bowl. Auburn against Ole Miss. Sullivan against Manning, a quarterback duel. And then on January the 9th, the Senior Bowl. The North against the South. Cincinnati on offense, first time, second half. Robinson back in as a running back. Carter fires to Trumpy, incomplete to the tight end. Jerry Logan with the defensive play. And Al, this was the pass you were looking for in the first half.
You had the feeling he'd be going to Trumpy, although I noticed that the Colts have played man-to-man on that last play. Stukes on this side, Jim Duncan on the far side were playing bump and run. Paul Brown may try to beat him deep.
Defensively for Baltimore, Bubba Smith, Billy Ray Smith, Fred Miller, and Roy Hilton, the front four. with Ray May, Mike Curtis, and Ted Hendricks, the linebackers. 2nd and 10. Burgess started the quarterback. A fake on a pitch out, trap left side. Paul Robinson, the ball carrier. To the 37. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Hendricks was there. Roy Hilton was there. Rounding out the defense for Baltimore, Jim Duncan and Charlie Stoops in the corners. Jerry Logan and Rick Vogt at the defensive safety. For Cincinnati, the wide receivers, Chip Myers and Speedy Thomas. Paul Robinson and Jess Phillips, the running back. Virgil Carter, the quarterback. Bob Johnson, the center. Rufus May, the left guard. Matson and Dennis alternating on the right side with Mike Wilson and Ernie Wright at offensive tackle. 3rd and 8, slot on the left side. No remaining back. Triple wing on the right side, slot left. 5 men out. And Carter scrambling with the ball to the 45. This will be close to the first down.
And it was a call play. I'm almost certain of that. When you take those backs out of the backfield, there's no running threat. There's a tendency for the defensive line to put kind of an outside rush, and Carter was going to just pull it in and try for the first. He may have made it.
He needed 8 yards. And the chains come on the field. That closed about 3 or 4 inches. 4th down and inches. 10 minutes, 38 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. And Dave Lewis comes in to punt. Ron Gardine, the D-back on the return. Jerry Logan, the up-back. Gardine, number 30. 2nd in punt returns in the conference, as long as 80 yards. That was against Miami, and that was the longest this year in the conference. Gardine, 13-yard line. Was hit at the 16-yard line by Martin Baccaglio, number 85. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score is still Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. Baltimore's ball, first down. Their own 19-yard line, Unitas the quarterback. Strong to the right side with the back close to the weak side. And again, Ron Bullock, the leading rusher in the ball game, carries. Bill Berge, the middle linebacker, making the tackle. Here's a look at Berge in his 2nd year. Played his collegiate ball at Arkansas State in Jonesboro. Baltimore out without the great speed in the backfield. In fact, I would have to say that Sam Haverlack, who becomes the 3rd running back, and also the 3rd quarterback, has the speed. Their longest run from scrimmage this year has been 26 yards. They continue to pound away. Bullock again. John Williams, the lead guy. And Bullock outside the 30 to the 31. And the first down. Chamazak and Carpenter with the tackle.
Some fine blocking. Bob Vogel, that left tackle, makes a great block. There's good interference. You saw Nowatzki make a fine block. Bullock is showing real poise. Coming out of the game now.
Bullock has a total of 82 yards rushing in the ballgame, and he's replaced by Sam Haverlack, former quarterback at Bucknell. First down, Baltimore, their own 31-yard line. 8:57 remaining, 3rd period. Nowatzki, the ball carrier. Steve Chamazak, number 79, making the tackle, and Ron Carpenter was also there.
Charlie, the Colts have not thrown to their backs. They have not a great tendency for it. They don't have great receivers. But this Haverlack can catch the football, does have good speed.
He also can throw the football. He was 2 for 2 during the regular season. And those are passes of 54 and 28 yards. Unitas, the ball deflected away by Royce Berry, the defensive left end, at 6'4", 249 pounds. So it's 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Royce Berry, Mike Reed, Steve Chamazak, and Ron Carpenter, the defensive front 4, with Al Beauchamp, Bill Berge, and Ken Avery, the linebackers. Kenny Dyer is back in, along with Fletcher Smith, the defensive safety, Lamar Parrish, and Ken Riley on the defensive corners. 3rd down and 6. Baltimore has converted 4 of 8 3rd down situations thus far in the ballgame. Unitas the draw. Nowatzki. The first man there was Chamazak. David Lee comes in, and Baltimore will be kicking. Al Beauchamp also had a piece of the play.
Here's an ideal series now for Cincinnati Bengal fans. The defensive unit has been able to stop them. The offense hasn't been able to get anything going. And finally, they'll get good field position after this punt.
David Lee punting into a wind that has died here in the second half. Down to about 8 to 10 miles an hour. Lamar Lamar Parrish, the D-back. Speedy Thomas, the up-back. Fair catch is taken by Lamar Parrish around the 23 of the 24-yard line. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score, Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. Cincinnati trails 10-0. They have the ball their own 24. Jeff Phillips, the remaining back. Essex Johnson on the left wing. Virgil Carter over the middle. The pass is complete to Essex Johnson. With a line of scrimmage at 24. He's to about the 30. Rick Volk makes the tackle. Right at the 30-yard line, it'll be second down and 4. Howard Best has replaced Mike Wilson at offensive right tackle, and Paul Robinson comes in replacing Essex Johnson.
First down, you'll notice Paul Brown, the Baltimore Colts are using bump and run. Second down and long yardage, they're drifting off as they are now into a deeper zone.
And they will use the hash marks and the number markings on the field in their zone coverage, Al. Second down 4. The back close to the weak side. Carter throws incomplete. Bob Trumpy, the tight end, the intended receiver. Now they will split Trumpy wide. They will use him as a wide man on a slot, and they will also open him just as a wide receiver. Third down and 4.
Trumpy on his move is deceptively fast. I don't know whether Virgil was trying to set that up. He does have a rib problem. He is not known for being able to throw deep very well, but he could have been trying to set Trumpy up.
Carter will disagree with your statement, though, Al. He says he can throw deep. He says, this year I feel much stronger than the past, and I'm even overthrowing on the deep pattern. He said, we just don't throw deep that often. The pitch to Jeff Phillips. Anticipating by Fred Miller, Bubba Smith, and Billy Ray Smith. And it was Bubba who applied the initial pressure. Justin had to step inside of him, and he was wrapped up at the 27.
Here's a replay of this defensive line. They've just been super. There you see Billy Ray. Here comes Fred, number 76. Bubba really moved the play over, forced it back to the inside.
Dave Lewis will be kicking. The deep back on the return is Ron Gardine. A high floater. Gardine takes it. 39-yard line, and that's all. Tomorrow on NBC, Miami at Oakland at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the second AFC divisional playoff game. The winner today and the winner between Miami and Oakland will meet on January the 3rd for the championship of the AFC. Another step towards the Super Bowl, and you can watch it all on NBC television. John Gilry making the last tackle for Cincinnati. Baltimore has possession. The ball on their own 39-yard line, first down. 5:52 remaining, third quarter. Baltimore leads 10-0. Unitas, a double fake. Delay screen, right side. Jefferson has it and is got from behind. Roy Jefferson, the wide receiver on a delay screen in the right flat. And Royce Berry makes the tackle. And Jefferson comes up limping. And he is replaced by Ray Perkins, number 27, who is operating with a broken toe that he suffered in the ballgame last Saturday against the New York Jets. Second down and 6, the ball at the 45-yard line. Rather a gain of 6, second down and 4. Hinton comes to the near side, and Perkins goes to the far side. Strong left with the back closed. Kulak, who is back in the ballgame, carried, looked as if he wanted to throw, Al.
What a great play that Ken Avery made. Now, Ken played his blocker off extremely well, moved to the outside. When the runner was trying to come back in, there was Avery. Perfect position for the right corner linebacker.
A loss of 5. It will be third down and 9. Nick Roman comes in. Ron Carpenter comes out. Again, the defensive chain on the 3rd and 9 situation. Norm Bullock and Tom Nowatzki, the running backs, they are split. Perkins wide to the far side. Hinton open left. United. 4-man rush. John running for the first down. Has the first down. And it's in here at the 43-yard line. As is the referee, Jack Bell. A first down for United. And listen to the fans here in Baltimore.
And this is a really big play for the Baltimore Colts. You'll see a pretty good rush. He's got plenty of time, good coverage downfield. He steps up. This is to determine the run as you're going to see Unitas make.
18 yards. Parrish hitting him high, trying to jar the ball loose, and Berge made the tackle. Cincinnati 42, first down. Kulak After going to the 39, a gain of 3, he is pushed back. The defense led by Berge, and Ken Avery was there. It'll be second down and 7. And now you look for that one play that can establish the momentum. In a ball game played very close to the chest, it could be the 18-yard scramble of United.
Could well be. Although the Cincinnati Bengals team is a tough football team, they don't quit. They're hanging in there, and they're scratching all the time. This, again, as we've indicated several times, there are certain times in the game, Charlie, when you have big series, and obviously this is a big one for the Bengals.
The ball at the 39 of Cincinnati. 5th time in the ball game that Baltimore has been inside the Cincinnati 40-yard line. Twice they have capitalized with scores. The pass is tipped, incomplete. There have been no interceptions. There have been no fumble recoveries. In fact, I do not recall a fumble out. 3rd down and 7, the ball at the 39-yard line. Within field goal range of Jim O'Brien. 2:47 remaining, 3rd quarter. Baltimore, with a 45-yard touchdown pass in the first period and a 44-yard field goal in the second, leads 10-0. 3rd and 7. The draw, Boulash, 36-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 4th down and 4. Nick Roman makes the tackle. Ken Avery was there, and Jim O'Brien comes in with a field goal attempt coming up.
And there, Charlie, you saw the ability of that Bengal team to react. Now, it was a good call by Unitas. He likes to do it, either screen or draw in that situation, but they really reacted well to it.
O'Brien, 1 for 2 in the ball game. From the 50, it was blocked, and he hit from the 44. This is another 44-yard attempt. And into the wind that has picked up. Earl Morrell holding. It is no good. It drifts off to the right side. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score, Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. Cincinnati in control at their own 20-yard line. Baltimore leads 10-0. Robinson and Phillips, the running back. Carter back to throw. Pump release on a deep pattern, and it is overthrown. Speedy Thomas on the fake of the sideline, then tried to go deep against the zone this time out, and they floated double coverage on it.
Interesting, up front, Bubba Smith, number 78, left defensive end, and Roy Hilton, number 85, right defensive end, switch. Bubba going to the right, Hilton coming to the left.
2nd down and 10. Carter now has completed only 3 of 10 passes, 29 yards through the air. Chip Myers wide to the far side, wanting to throw a screen to this side and then avoiding the loss. Throwing the ball away. Robinson sitting behind a screen on the far side, but it was the strong rush of Fred Miller that thwarted the effort.
He did have an opportunity on that play, although he didn't have time to see the man, to hit number 30, Jess Phillips. Jess has had a good year as a receiver and as a runner, so we might look and see if Virgil goes to him.
3rd down and 10. Cincinnati has converted only 2 of 7. 3rd down situation. And they have played the ball game at their own end of the field. The defense of the Colts, slot on the right side. Speedy Thomas in the slot, and the tight end Trumpy is wide. Jess Phillips to about the 23. It'll be 4th down and 7. Ray May makes the tackle. Dave Lewis will be kicking. Now with a minute 32 remaining, 3rd quarter. Gardine, number 30, the deep man on the return, 2nd in the conference in punt return. And the up back is Jerry Loza. And here's a look at Dave Lewis, the rookie from Stanford, although he did play a year in Canada at Montreal. And here's a beauty. Gardine at the 24-yard line, back to the 30. A flag goes down as Bacaglio makes the tackle. Martin Bacaglio, but there was a flag on the play. And a Bengal was injured. Number 28, John Gilry, is on the field back at the 25-yard line in Cincinnati territory. And Ray May, the linebacker, is there, and it was Ray May who motioned to the Cincinnati trainers on the far side that Gilry was injured. The penalty, back to the 19-yard line against the Colts. Mike, let's call it the 20-yard line. Flipping is the call. Colts will have possession 1st and 10, just inside their own 20-yard line, but time is still out on the field due to the injury to John Gilroy. On January the 1st on NBC, the Rose Bowl, starting at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. It will be Stanford against Ohio State. Jim Plunkett against Rex Kern. Should be an outstanding ball game, as it always is. That will be followed at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Orange Bowl, Nebraska against LSU. Nebraska with a 10-0-1 record. And they could be going for the number 1 slot by the time you get around to the Orange Bowl that evening. And LSU, a tremendous team, particularly the latter part of the season.
And I'm really looking forward to working that one because with LSU's great defense and that super offense of Nebraska, you've got to feel that it's going to be one great way to end New Year's Day.
Don McCafferty, the head coach of Baltimore, what a tremendous job he has done. In his rookie season as a head coach, a record of 11-2-1. And this is the best record. He is the 4th coach that Baltimore has had. And this is the best first-year record that any coach has had. And he is the 3rd pupil of Paul Brown to be a head coach at Baltimore. Lee Eubank and Don Shula before him. Thus far in the ballgame, Baltimore 42 plays on offense, Cincinnati 29. And the Colts have possession just inside their own 21st and 10 with 1:05 remaining 3rd quarter. Baltimore leading by a score of 10-0. And a very conservative ball game on both sides, Al.
Extremely so, Charlie. Neither team, as we mentioned earlier, taking many chances, but the 2 defensive units have been just outstanding.
And there is John Unitas engineering the 74-yard drive in 7 plays in the first period, with the key, the 45-yard touchdown pass to Roy Jefferson, the only touchdown of the ball game. That coupled with a 44-yard field goal in the second period by O'Brien. 10-0, Unitas. Going back to his tight end, it is incomplete as Fletcher Smith had the coverage on John Mackey. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Ken Avery did a good job. Mackey was trying to go deep on that. Ken forced him to the inside, and as you called it, Fletcher Smith came over and made a fine play.
Jerry Hill is in as a running back. Nowatzki is out, so it is Hill and Bulash the running backs, and they're split. Bulash, who has had his work cut out for him this afternoon, picks up 3 more yards to bring his total back to 84. Steve Chomazak and Bill Berge made the tackle.
Nick Roman, number 81, has been alternating pretty much with Ron Carpenter, 70. Roman, a better pass rusher, and he'll have an opportunity now to show his wares, a passing situation.
3rd down and 7, the ball at the Baltimore 23-yard line. There have been no turnovers in the ball game. Going wide to the far side is Jefferson, hitting his wide to the near side. Whistle sound, and a delay penalty may be called. Delay of the game, 5 yards against the Colts. That will take the ball back to the 18.
We were talking about Nick Roman, and I'm always impressed with Mike Reed, 74. He really moved off that football and was putting a good-sized rush on United.
3rd down and 12. And the secondary of Cincinnati with Perry, Smith, Dyer, and Riley, with good speed in the secondary. Making only the one mistake, and that was the perfect pass to Roy Jefferson. Nowatzki comes in. At fullback, Jerry Hill comes out for Baltimore, 3rd and 12. Bulash sweep to the right side, cutting back. Roman catches him from behind. They will stop him at about the 25 and 4 or 5 yards shy of the first down. Roman and Dyer make the tackle at the 25 as the gun sounds the end of the 3rd quarter. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore with the score, Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. The colorful 1972 Olympic Winter Games patch and a $5 contribution to Olympic House, Box CB, 57 Park Avenue, New York, New York. I'll tell you more about it right after this play as David Lee is ready to punt. Lamar Parrish, the deep back on the return. Speedy Thomas, the up back. Parrish takes it, 33-yard line. Gets a key block from Fletcher Smith. Fumble. Cincinnati recovers the fumble. That is the first fumble of the ball game. Alvin Coleman recovered it. His birthday's tomorrow. He'll be 26 years old. Let me mention again about the 1972 Olympic Winter Games patch. Send a $5 contribution to Box CB, 57 Park Avenue, New York, New York. The zip code is 10016. The contribution to the U.S. Olympic team and the Winter Games in Sapporo, Japan in February of 72 will be carried on NBC. Cincinnati's ball, their own 36. Here's the Carter back to throw. Being rushed, it is intercepted. Mike Curtis, first interception of the ball game. Bob Trumpy, the intended receiver.
And that's the first one that Virgil Carter forced, and he really forced it. He had some good time back there. He dropped back. There was great linebacker coverage, and that's the way you play that zone.
So Baltimore takes over on their own 48-yard line, first down. In the second half, offensively, Baltimore 23 plays, Cincinnati only 13. And the Colts have possession. Bulash again. Breaks to the outside and is hit by Lamar Perry. 45-yard line of Cincinnati, and Berge was also there. Second down and about, let's call it 2.5 yards to go for the first down.
Now we might watch John Unitas on that deep pattern. He's got the second short situation. He could play it again, close to the vest, run the football, but it's another opportunity to go with the fly.
And now this makes the first down the key down. With the gain of about 8, now he can do several things. And he comes back with a give to Bulash to the 42. Bulash a little slow getting up. He's had a workout. He goes over the 100-yard mark in the ball game. The ball at the 42-yard line.
He really has shown an awful lot of class. He's cutting just beautifully. That second effort has just been outstanding.
Bulash 102 yards rushing, and I believe this is only the second time this year that they have had a rusher go over the 100-yard mark. And a first down. Bill Curry's the center. Glenn Ressler, John Williams the guide. Dan Sullivan, Bob Vogel, offensive tackle. The tight end Mackey comes to the right side. Roy Jefferson goes left, as does Eddie Hinton. First down. Bulash dropped at the 45, so he's now below the 100 mark, and Royce Perry is the man who made the tackle.
What a great play by number 82, Royce Perry.
And a flag was dropped on the play. The penalty against Baltimore, a major one, takes the ball back to the 40-yard line in Colt territory. Holding is the call, assessed from the spot of the foul. The down goes over, Bulash stays at his total. Carpenter is replaced by Nick Roman on defense, and it is 1st and 28. 12 minutes, 33 seconds remaining. Sam Haverlack is in the ball game, and he's in the slot on the left side. Unitas back to throw. 4 men on the pattern. Going to Jefferson. He may not have seen the football. Lamar Parrish tried to pick it off.
There you saw the double coverage again. That was the play that worked earlier. Lamar Parrish almost intercepted, but Fletcher Smith, 31, was waiting to pick Jefferson up.
Second down, 28. Baltimore controls their own 40-yard line. The Colts dominating the ball game from two standpoints or two categories. One is possession of the football, and they've used up a lot of time. The other has been their defense. Cincinnati has not been in Baltimore territory. They have not been inside the Colts 40-yard line. Haverlack faking in, jumping to the outside, will run out of room. As Beauchamp was there, and Royce Perry was there. A loss of a couple on the play. Third down and 30.
John's in that position again where he knows he's going to get a big rush, and he, again, might try the screen to the top.
Third down, Unitas back to throw. 4 men on the pattern. Going deep far side to Hinton. The pass is incomplete. Ken Riley with the defensive coverage. It will be 4th down and 30. David Lee with a 44.7-yard average will come into punt. Unitas has completed 5 of 15 passes for 92 yards and 1 touchdown in the ball game. On the return, number 20 is Lamar Perry. The up back is number 17, Speedy Thomas. 11, just over 11 and a half minutes remaining in the ball game. Here's the beauty. Parrish at the 12-yard line loses his footing, fumbles the ball. It is recovered by Alvin Coleman. But the whistle may already have sounded as Cincinnati still has possession. Bob Grant was there for Baltimore. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score, Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. Cincinnati's ball first down, their own 20-yard line. Jess Phillips, the lone remaining back. Carter back to throw. The pass is incomplete. And Carter was nailed by Bubba Smith. Robinson, the intended receiver. Here's a look at Virgil. It will be second down and 10. The official attendance, 51,127. Now, Memorial Stadium holds just over 60,000, so the record is vaulted at 51 consecutive sellout ball games in Baltimore. Second and 10. The backs are split. Going to the right side. Robinson on a sweep to the far side. Close to the first down. Rick Volk was there and Jess Phillips with a key block.
It's a great combination that the Baltimore Colts are employing, a super pass rush, and most of it coming from Bubba. And with that secondary really taking away the zones, just virtually all the zones, Carter's having a tough time reading that defense.
Mark the ball at the 29. It's third down and a yard to go. Phillips trying to dive, hit at the top of the sack by Mike Curtis. He wanted a yard. See where the officials mark the ball. First down. You get the progress of the football.
You'll see this in the end zone camera. Watch number 32 meet number 30, right about there.
It's only the third time in the ballgame in 8 opportunities that Cincinnati has picked up a first down in a third down situation. Virgil Carter cannot hear. As the crowd, very vociferous in Baltimore as always, Al, and you must say one thing for the stadium, it holds the noise well.
We had mentioned earlier, Charlie, that the Baltimore Colts on a first down situation are playing their cornerbacks very tight. They're playing bumper runs, Stoops and Jim Duncan. Chip Myers, 25, is big, rangy, he's got fair speed, and he's got some very good short moves.
First down, the ball at the Cincinnati 30-yard line. The winner today will play the winner tomorrow's contest between Miami and Oakland. That will be on NBC at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Carter back to throw. Under heavy pressure, Trumpy almost pulled it in. The coverage was by Jerry Logan, and then Trumpy was decked by Jim Duncan, but the pass is incomplete. It will be second down and 10. Now, should Baltimore go on to win, they have led throughout the ballgame. They will then host the AFC Championship game on January the 3rd. Should Cincinnati come from behind to win, the host site would be Oakland if Oakland wins tomorrow. It would be Cincinnati if Miami wins tomorrow. The Colts dominating the ball game here, leading 10-0. Now with just under 10 and a half minutes remaining in the fourth period. Carter against the four-man rush. Dumps it, incomplete. Paul Robinson. It will be third down and 10, and has been the Baltimore defense with their finest effort of the season. The Colts defense has held Cincinnati to less than 70 yards in total offense thus far. Bob Grant comes in. Billy Ray Smith comes out. A three-man front with four linebackers on third and 10. Robinson on a sweep. He will end up a yard or two shy of the first down. Bob Grant was there on defense. Roy Hilton was there. Fred Miller was there. Hilton, number 85, the last man up. Marked the ball at the 37-yard line. Fourth down and 3. And Roy Hilton, who was shaken up a bit on the plate, is now being helped off the field. And he's all right. He wants to come out under his own power. Billy Newsom, number 81, the rookie from Grambling, comes in to replace him as Dave Lewis will be kicking. The deep back on the return is Ron Gardine, number 30. Jerry Logan is the up back. The snap from the center, Bob Johnson. With a three-man rush, here's the kick into the wind. Taken at the 28-yard line by Gardine, and he's wrapped up immediately. Number 88, Bruce Costin, was the first man there. Chip Myers, the second. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore with the score: Baltimore 10, Cincinnati nothing. 9 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. Baltimore has possession, first down their own 29-yard line. Thus far in the ballgame, Baltimore has been inside the Cincinnati 40-yard line 5 times. They scored a touchdown on a 45-yard pass and converted a 44-yard field goal. They have been inside the 40 only once in the second half. Kulaj carries from the 29 to the 34, where Steve Chamazak stops him, a gain of 5. Cincinnati has not been inside the Baltimore 40-yard line. Second down and 5, and the Colts now needing only a couple of first downs, using up a lot of time on the clock to take the ball game out of the grasp of Cincinnati. Second and 5. Jerry Hill for the first down. He needed to go to the 39, and he went to the 43. 9 yards, and it's a first and 10.
And Charlie, to our recollection, the Cincinnati Bengals have not been shut out this year, and I think the last time was in '68 against the Oakland Raiders.
Al Beauchamp making the last tackle. The magnificent effort of the Baltimore defense. Unitas beats the Bullock around the corner and out of bounds in Cincinnati territory at the 48-yard line of Cincinnati. Lamar Parrish was there, and Glenn Ressler, number 62, was the lead guy. Marks the ball right at the 48-yard line. It'll be second down and a yard.
On that play, number 58, Al Beauchamp did about everything a linebacker can do. He came in, took Jerry Hill down, took down Ressler and Vogel, took down all the interference.
Second down and a yard. The back closed to the weak side. Jerry Hill, first down, 45-yard line of Cincinnati. Tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on NBC. Miami against the Oakland Raiders at Oakland. Bill Berge making the last tackle, the winner today. Now Baltimore leading 10-0. They would then host the AFC Championship game on January the 3rd on NBC. The winner of that ball game on to the Super Bowl on January the 17th on NBC. United. By Chamazak, Steve Chamazak. The 4-year veteran at 6'6", 258 pounds, dumping Unitas at the 47-yard line in Baltimore territory.
This is a great rush. Here comes number 79. Really moving in. The pocket collapsed. John rears back and really gets it.
John Mackey, there's Steve Chamazak, who dropped Unitas, and John Mackey, the tight end, pulled up lame and has now come out of the ballgame. Being talked to at the right end of the Baltimore Colts bench. Ray Perkins has come in for Mackey, and he is now open on the right side. 3 wide receivers. Unitas drops short and gives ground and throws, and the pass is incomplete. There's a look at Mackey. Beauchamp and Berry should drop back into coverage.
It was interesting now to watch John Unitas. He's got time on his side. A couple of first downs running. Might have just taken the ball game out of position. He now finds himself either forced to go up in the air again or probably try to come with a draw and let that punt work in your favor.
Third down and 18. We've talked about the Baltimore defense now. The Cincinnati defense has had an outstanding effort. Unitas with 4 men on the pattern. Throwing, hit, pulls it in. Great swing. He scores 53 yards on the play.
And there, Charlie, is just a touch of class. John Unitas, 2 bad passes. You think he's made a mistake, and suddenly he gets hit man-to-man against Ken Riley. A super route, a perfect pass, and 6 points. Here it is from the end zone. Ball's released. Just great position.
53-yard touchdown pass, 71 yards on the drive in 7 plays, 7:07 remaining. O'Brien with the point after. Hitting 3 receptions, 86 yards received. It's done. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore with the score now, Baltimore 17, Cincinnati nothing. 17-0. Baltimore leads. 7:07 remaining. O'Brien getting set to kick off to Paul Robinson and Lamar Ferris. Robinson at the 15, down at the 17-yard line. Billy Newsome made the tackle. Marks the ball at the Cincinnati 18-yard line. They have possession, 1st and 10. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the ball game. As Chip Myers comes wide to the near side, Speedy Thomas to the far side. Bertram Carter, the quarterback. Robinson and Phillips, the running back. Check it. It is not. It is Dave Lewis. Lewis to the 21, to the 25, 27-yard line. Dave Lewis. Listed as the number 3 quarterback. And also, of course, the punter. He led the American Football Conference. He comes out, and Robinson comes in. Tomorrow night, at a time to be determined later, NBC News presents a special program featuring filmed interviews with 2 American prisoners of the North Vietnamese. I'll tell you more about that right after this play. Lewis again. And he has the first down. Now, these interviews were conducted earlier this week during Christmas preparation. Now, it should be noted that these interviews were done under the supervision of the prison authorities. The film is en route to Japan now. It will be processed and satellite transmission tomorrow, so stay tuned for further details. Cincinnati has a first down. Bingo 29-yard line. 4-man rush. Swing. Phillips has it. 31. Out of bounds around the 35 of the 36-yard line. Ted Hendricks, the first man. Jim Duncan, the second man on defense.
And Virgil Carter is going to have to take the things the defenses are giving him. The defenses are closing more toward the middle. The linebackers making those big drops. Ted Hendricks makes his drop to the outside. Ray May makes his drop to the far side. Number 32, Mike Curtis, is dropping generally to the side of the side end.
Mike Wilson comes in at offensive tackle. Howard Best comes out. The ball at the 35-yard line. Second down and 4. 4 minutes, 56 seconds remaining. Sideline pattern. Chip Myers has it. 42-yard line. A gain of 7, and he has the first down. The clock continues to move as Jim Duncan makes the tackle.
And probably the story here is the fact that the Baltimore Colts took away the thing that the Bengals do best, and that is run the football. Paul Robinson has been unable to get moving. Jess Phillips, number 30, has also had a rough afternoon.
Carter has completed 5 of 17. 43 yards. He has suffered 1 interception. Fake to Jeff Phillips. Over the middle. The pass is complete. 42-yard line of Baltimore, where Chip Myers has the football. And a first down at the Baltimore 42. Mike Curtis makes the tackle, and now the Colts allowing the short passes of Cincinnati, wanting only to cut off the deep pattern. And the defense that had held the Bengals to this stage under 100 yards, now giving up more yardage, but using up the time on the clock. 3:49 remaining. Carter rolling to his right. Again, 4 men on the right. Phillips incomplete, and he is sacked by Charlie Stewart. Jeff Phillips, the intended receiver. It will be second down and 10.
In this situation, with the obvious passing needs of the Bengals, the linebackers become very significant because of the drops that Charlie Jones was talking about of that deep secondary.
Second down and 10. The ball at the Baltimore 42-yard line. Tomorrow on NBC at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, Miami against Oakland at Oakland. Ryder gets away from Bubba. Steps away from Billy Ray Smith and then Fred Miller. Miller makes the tackle, but the credit goes to the secondary of Baltimore as they had the defensive deep coverage. Cincinnati was shut out by Washington 20-0, I believe, this year, Al, if memory serves me correct. And here it's Baltimore 17, Cincinnati nothing in this ballgame.
I'm a little embarrassed that I did that game.
The ball at the 45-yard line, third down and 13. Slot on the near side. Trumpy set wide. Chip Myers in the slot. Again, a four-man rush. Everybody drops back in the zone. The pass is incomplete. Chip Myers did not have possession. He had it, bobbled it, and dropped it right on the ground. Good call by the official. It'll be fourth down and 13. 3 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the ball game. I believe, Al, the wind whipping up again is getting a bit chilly.
Here's the time of a football game also, Charlie, where you really don't like very much being an offensive lineman because you know that defense knows what you're going to do, and Big Bubba, you can be sure he's going to be blowing.
Fourth down, 13. Thomas goes to the right side. Off to the right wing goes Paul Robinson, and Chip Myers is flanked to the near side. Strong left. Four-man rush. Carter being chased. Jed Phillips has it. Steps away from Curtis on a good move. Takes another would-be tackle to the 39-yard line. But he'll end up 8 yards shy of the first down. The Colts take over on down. Rick Pohl made the tackle.
Here comes that big rush. He just forced out of that pocket. Big rush. This is a great effort. Strictly determination here.
The Baltimore defense has held Cincinnati to a total of 125 yards in total offense. Baltimore controls their own 39, first and 10. 2:47 remaining. The Colts lead at 17-0. Earl Morrill is now the quarterback, and he gives to Sam Haverlack. A yard to the 40. It'll be second and 9. Beauchamp and Berry makes the tackle. The leading rusher in the ball game with 116 yards, Norm Bullock, the rookie from TCU. We talked about the Baltimore defense. The Cincinnati defense has held Baltimore to 197 yards total offense. 53 and 45-yard touchdown passes. So the Bengals with an outstanding defensive effort. Check me on that. That would be 297 yards. 2-minute warning. This NFL playoff game will continue from Baltimore. The score, Baltimore 17, Cincinnati nothing. Jim O'Brien, the field goal kicker, is in as a wide receiver for Baltimore. Number 80, he's to the far side. Morrill gives to Jerry Hill. Back to the 40-yard line where Chamazak makes the tackle. It will be third down and 9. And Al, Ball now with Jim O'Brien of Baltimore in the ballgame as a wide receiver, and we saw Dave Lewis in for Cincinnati as a running back. Seldom do you see kicking specialists doing other duties in professional football.
I think the only guy we're sure of is Horace Millman.
Of course, O'Brien, as the fans in Cincinnati know, played at the University of Cincinnati and was one of the leading receivers. I believe as a junior led the nation in receiving. Third down and 9. Sam Haverlack, the former quarterback at Bucknell, the running back, has a yard to the 41. It'll be 4th down and 8 as Berge and Chamazak make the tackle. The defense of Baltimore has allowed Cincinnati to move to their own 42. That has been their deepest penetration, the Baltimore 42, and they got there twice in the ballgame. David Lee will be kicking. On the return, Lamar Parrish, the deep back, and Speedy Thomas, the up back. 17-0, Baltimore leads. The victory here, they will host the AFC Championship game on January the 3rd on NBC, and they will play the winner of tomorrow's game between Miami and Oakland. That game on NBC at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Here's the punt, fair catch. And the ball down by Bob Grant. And now with 28 seconds remaining, Ron Thomas and Cliff McKimmon got it right. Our spotters, John Snyder and Lou Clark, our statistician, Jim O'Gorman, our production station manager. Thank you, gentlemen. Outstanding job on a cold day here at Baltimore. Cincinnati. The ball on their own 20-yard line, and Sam White is the quarterback, his first appearance in the ballgame. First down and 10. White back to throw. Fires this one complete to Chip Myers. 35-yard line, 40, 50, out of bounds, stops the clock at the 50-yard line, but time runs out on the play. The defense of Baltimore and the offense of John Unitas with 2 touchdown passes, the 44-yard field goal by Jim O'Brien. The final score once again, Baltimore 17, Cincinnati nothing. This is Charlie Jones and Al DeRogatis back at Baltimore, and now we have John Unitas down on the sidelines to join us. John, congratulations, a great ball game.
All right, John, tell us a little bit about your game plan. Al DeRogatis talking. It looked like you were running early. You start throwing a little bit later on.
Well, we just tried to run the ball whenever we could and throw, whenever they gave us a particular coverage. Bull Rash was having a real good day, so I just tried to keep him going and give him the ball most of the time with our offensive line blowing out real well at him. And we're picking up real good yardage, so just tried to minimize the throwing.
Right. John, let me ask you, early in the football game, you went to John Mackey. It looked like you had the strong safety beaten. You didn't come back to it. Was it a particular weakness that you saw with Fletcher Smith 31?
We just wanted to find out how they would play that motion. We sent Bulash in motion and then threw Mackey on that option play, the inside or outside on him. And it was open. I just didn't get enough time to throw. I thought we would have had that. We didn't come back to it because Coach McCaffrey just said to forget that one altogether.
John, it seemed as if you opened up the ball game on a conservative note and stayed with it, as if you did not want to take the big chance. The only 2 times, or 2 out of 3 times that you went deep, you hit for the touchdown pass. Was this part of the game plan to play it very close to the vest?
Now, we were just trying to play it with a running game and trying our defense to play such good football that we felt that if we could get the ball and control the play, we could keep them down as far as scoring is concerned.
Tell us a little bit, John, about that strategy right near the end. You're killing time real well with that running attack. And then on the first down play, the United trait seemed to come with the unexpected. You went with the first down pass, you came with the second down, and then you finally hit Ed Hinton on it man-to-man. What was your thinking in that series?
Well, they're giving us sort of a split coverage where the weak safety has to favor the strong side. And Eddie Hinton had informed me earlier that he could get sort of an inside move on this fellow because he's sitting outside. The only thing that concerned me was the weak safety's position. If he would go back to the weak side, it would kind of hurt that particular play. So I sent a halfback down through the seam to take the safety out of there, and Eddie came underneath him.
John, we understand that you injured your shoulder just a bit in practice this week. Did it bother you any at all?
Well, it's just sore and aches a little bit like a toothache. Outside that's all right.
How about the offensive line? You were pulling those guards exceptionally well. I thought Glenn Ressler and Vogel both did a fine job.
Well, they're a good offensive line. They're taking a lot of criticism at times from the newspapers here in town. And people all over saying that we just don't have a good football team. We're playing poor football team. That's why we were winning. we're not too concerned about it as long as we win. These fellas are experienced. They've been around here for a few years, and they know what they're doing. They give you 100% effort at all times, and the pass blocking has just been fantastic all season.